Ever wondered how Wilhelm and Crusch actually became allies? It all started in the royal castle gardens. Crusch and Felix, who were visiting, witnessed a pathetic scene. A member of the Council of Wise Men, Bordeaux, was being physically attacked by an old man dressed in dirty rags. The old man was screaming at him, demanding to know why the kingdom refused to send troops to hunt the white whale, even though he had brought proof of its appearance. Bordeaux, visibly guilty, could only say the timing was bad. Seeing the violence, Crusch jumped from a balcony, sword in hand, to intervene. The surprising part? As soon as she appeared, the old man surrendered immediately, accepting imprisonment without a fight. Intrigued by the man's intensity, Crusch visited him in the prison tower. There, she discovered this vagrant wasn't just some crazy old guy. He was Wilhelm Trias, and the papers Bordeaux had tossed aside were 14 years of research on the white whale's movements. Crusch confronted him. She asked if he was willing to rot in that cell while his chance for revenge slipped away. With terrifying coldness, Wilhelm made it clear he would do anything to kill that beast. Days later, after his release, Crusch summoned him to her mansion for a private meeting. She knew the kingdom wouldn't give him answers, so she decided to give them to him herself, even if it was a state secret. She confessed that the real reason why Bordeaux and the kingdom were rejecting his plea wasn't out of spite. It was because the royal family had died from a disease. The king's lineage had vanished, and the kingdom was on the brink of political collapse. They couldn't afford to send an army to hunt a legendary beast when the country was in crisis, especially now that relations with neighboring Wallachia were deteriorating. The news destroyed Wilhelm. The man crumbled, realizing his revenge was impossible. With the authority of a king, Crusch scolded the sword demon. She told him it was disappointing to see a legend consumed by self-pity. She asked if his rage and love for his wife were so weak that they would surrender to politics. With eyes full of tears and fury, Wilhelm asked what she wanted from him. Crusch answered that she wanted only one thing: to see him standing tall, being the warrior he was meant to be. That was when Wilhelm begged her to lend him her strength to kill the white whale and avenge his wife. Crusch accepted, but on one condition. She wouldn't do it out of pity, or even for the kingdom. She would do it because she couldn't forgive the existence of a beast that stained the honor of a man like him. She told him she would only accept his sword if he went back to being the Wilhelm van Astrea the world admired. Felix, watching silently, handed a ceremonial sword to his mistress. In a solemn act, Crusch touched Wilhelm's shoulders with the blade, knighting him. She ordered him never to let his soul be sullied again, and clarified that despite being such a great knight, he wouldn't be her number one. That spot was already taken. In that way, Wilhelm ended up swearing loyalty and promising not to bring her shame. The sword demon had been reborn, and eventually, he would get his revenge. But that is a story you already know. Remember, I've started a series on cut content on the channel.